No fear against these Turtles, especially with number 5 on their side.
Every time I get the ball, I feel like I can take it the distance. So pretty much just having the faith in my coaches, trusting our scheme, trusting our play.
242 yards later, the Terps still can't locate Jahan Dotson.
You know, we played in the Big House. That's an iconic stadium, but coming out into Beaver Stadium, boy, it took your breath away.
Our impact interview is with a former quarterback for the Maize and Blue. Brian Greasy remembers his matchups with the Nittany Lions and talks about the changes Michigan has made to contend for the Big Ten title. And it's a tough stretch to finish out the regular season, what the Lions can do to make a splash in the final 3 games. Nittany Game Week starts now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nittany Game Week. I'm Todd Sadowski alongside Jay Paterno and Tom Bradley. It's a home away from home. College Park, Maryland. The Terps offer some resistance. Eventually, they go back in their shell, and the Nittany Lions snap the 3-game skid.
Good to get that game in the left side of the win-loss column and get kind of back on track, and especially with the stretch coming up.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited they got to win because I started to think, boy, that's going to be a game that could be a real iffy kind of back and forth thing. It didn't turn out to be that way. Now they can focus on the next 3.
Yeah, Maryland hung around. It was 14-14, and then Penn State got it going. The passing game continues to move the sticks. We discuss areas in need of improvement and start our breakdown of the Wolverines in the opening drive. Now, remember back to early in the season, guys. Coach Franklin mentioned the 2 areas most important for winning: explosive plays and turnovers, and the formula returns against the Terps.
No question, and obviously Dotson was able to get free against their zone coverage, which has been different for them, and got the big plays, and that really was a difference in the game.
Yeah, big plays, no turnovers are good pluses to having a great game and getting a big win.
And you watch that play right there. Of course, they get both the explosive play and turnover all at once as Jair Brown seals the deal with that pick-6 dynamic fashion.
If every play was good, they would put up 60, 70 points a game, But like I said, fighting execution, sometimes you can't execute on both sides of the ball. Sometimes we give up plays on defense. Sometimes offense give up plays and miss opportunities. So we always look, to support each other and bounce back and just, have each other back throughout the process.
Yeah, a lot of talk about complementary football on the field. That's the definition of complementary football off the field between teammates, always supporting each other through those ups and downs.
And we talked about it up, and, the red zone defense is good again. But again, like, same thing we're talking about, pass protection problems, run game problems. Got to get those things sorted out going forward.
Especially with what's coming in this weekend. It's going to be very important.
Yeah, and you can see here, guys, there's, Clifford running around. He's moving out his feet, moving that pocket. And then the run game issues. They had a couple of nice runs with Kevon Lee, but for the most part, they were bottled up.
Yeah, not a lot of big plays in the run game, and that's going to be important coming up with Michigan because they're going to want to control the clock when Michigan's on defense.
All right, so we've still got 3 games to go. 2 of them are against teams currently ranked in the top 7 in the country. The Wolverines are in the windshield right in front of the Nittany Lions right now. You guys just can't wait until the scouting report to start talking about the maize and the blue.
Well, you guys all remember the 7 lineman set that Illinois ran, which gave problems. Michigan's got a 6 lineman, multiple tight end set, Tom. I know you love that.
You are going to get some exotic set somehow, some way. Some big set is coming at you this week for sure. You can count on it.
So be ready for that. But a couple other things to talk about with Michigan. Just you look at their running backs. They've plays from scrimmage, yards from scrimmage, receiving and rushing, 198 yards. 48% of their passes go to people, the running backs and tight ends, and a lot of red zone trips on offense, tons of them.
Looks like old school Michigan offense now.
Absolutely. And on defense, number 2 in the Big Ten on defense and only allowing 62 plays per game, which means if you're Penn State, you may be limited in number of snaps. You better make them count.
Yeah, but that statistic's a little fooling, too, because your offense is controlling the ball, so your defense isn't on the field. And having your offense on the field really helps that defense.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, because 62 plays, that's going to keep your players fresh no matter how it's happening.
No question about it.
Best defense there is.
All right, opportunity awaits for Penn State as they host the 6th-ranked Wolverines in the secondary. Well, they're certainly ready for a challenge.
I think they're a good wide receiver core. I feel like it's going to be a good matchup with us. I feel like we handle some good wide receivers over the last couple of games, and I feel this is another good wide receiver core that we could show our talents and do what we do. So we're all ready for the matchup.
Porter Jr. and the secondary will be tested with their coverage and run defense skills. Michigan's entire offensive unit is all in when it comes to blocking. Time for the scrap metal, Tom, and you texted me at halftime and said, the pick is in.
I did do that. I said, hey, This pick's over this week. John Dotson set a Penn State school receiving record. This wasn't a hard one to pick out, boy. I'll tell you, he had a great game, and he's a great young man, too.
Well, and you watch what he does across the middle, off to the sides, beaten zone, beaten man. He's just always open or a target.
Two of them were busted coverage. They're going, look, if there's one guy on the field you better cover, he's wearing number 5. And it was great.
You cannot lose number 5. And not a difficult choice when the guy has a day like no other in Penn State history. Big Ten co-offensive player of the week and winner of Tom Bradley's scrap metal.
Every time I get the ball, I feel like I can take it the distance. So pretty much just having the faith in my coaches, trusting our scheme, trusting our game plan, just executing.
This touchdown here, one of the most important of the year, I would say, guys. Maryland had all the momentum. Tie game. Dotson asserts his dominance, reassures his team. We got this. Another huge day for one of the best wideouts in the country. Still to come, the rest of our scouting report. I think the coaches worked overtime on this matchup. It's a big one, no doubt about it. What you need to look for when the Nittany Lions match up with the Wolverines in Beaver Stadium Saturday afternoon. More Nittany Game Week after this.